talk to them about being like a group of junkies who've relapsed, going, listen, man, I just need some liquidity, you know what I'm saying? I just ran into some bad subprime, you know? We just had complex formulas. We just didn't factor in greed and panic, you know? I just need $805 billion by Tuesday. Yeah, no, seriously. No, I would not screw you again.
This is the late, great comedian Robin Williams on the banking industry.
It's pretty crazy.
I learned my lesson.
No, baby, this is not like the other time. No, seriously, I just throw me a bed here, baby.
Just give me,
help me out.
Just give me a little bit.
Yeah, just a taste. That's all I need is a taste. I need $2.5 trillion. I'll pay you back.
Get me through 1 week.
Yeah, it's like they're going to print out a new $20 bill. The new Geithner $20 bill will be, instead of "In God We Trust," it'll just say "Trust me," and it'll be the little man from Monopoly going like that.
This clip has made the rounds again via his thoughts on the 2008 financial crisis.
So the raising report in entitlement spending, which is which is most of the federal spending is entitlements. So that's like the big one to eliminate, because that's the sort of $500 billion, maybe $600-700 billion a year. That is also a mechanism by which the Democrats attract and retain illegal immigrants by essentially paying them to come here, and then turning them into voters.
Yes.
So this is why the Democrats are so upset about the situation.
Aside from, as Bill Burr would put it, his laminated face and hair plugs, Elon Musk is spewing nonsense here, while he, along with Donald Trump, are intentionally tanking the economy, in my opinion.
I think we're really, what we're adding here is caring and competence. And there's a massive amount of fraud of basically people submitting Social Security numbers for Social Security benefits, unemployment, Small Business Administration loans, and medical, where those are fake Social Security numbers, or they've stolen somebody else's Social Security number, and we're trying to put a stop to all of that. And that's the number which is estimated to be on the order of 10% of federal expenditures, which is half a trillion dollars.
It's a huge number.
Yeah.
Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStrom Show. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you. Let's be clear. Starting with Shoykat Chakrabarti, a former aide to New York Congresswoman, member of the Squad, progressive, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He is running to unseat Nancy Pelosi. And by the way, you should absolutely vote for him if you have a vote in the race. He would say, it really is confusing why Trump would want to intentionally, massively shrink the U.S. economy. None of this is due to external circumstances. He is manufacturing a recession, but it makes sense when you realize his goal is to create something like Russia. Oh, Jimmy Dore. Ooh. Where the economy is run by a few oligarchs loyal to him. Creating that state is hard in a large, dynamic, powerful economy with too many actors who can oppose him. So he's accelerating, concentrating money and power into the hands of his loyalists while he crashes the rest out. This is something that I agree with. I've spoken with a few people in media who have said that they believe that this is the case as well. So I just think we're in for a rough time, guys. And I think it is all by design. Crystal Ball will go on to say in a video on our Twitter, if you think back at the last economic crashes, both in COVID and in the 2008 financial crash, while initially everyone suffered, including the rich, out of both, the rich were able to buy up assets on the cheap and emerge even wealthier and more powerful than before.
So in 2008, not only did they get their own custom bailout, but they were able to buy up housing stock at absurdly low prices. The rich got richer than ever, inequality skyrocketed, and the big banks got bigger than ever.
She would go on to say, Same deal with the COVID era recession. So while, again, everyone suffered initially, there was a huge bailout package, which, yes, did benefit ordinary people. But if you look at who came out really on top, you see people like Musk, people like Bezos, people like Mark Zuckerberg getting far wealthier. Their net worths, which were already very high, skyrocketed beyond anyone's wildest dreams. From Jake Johnson of commondreams.org in an article dated March 11, 2022. During the first 2 years of the coronavirus pandemic, the collective wealth of billionaires in the United States grew by a staggering $1.7 trillion as COVID killed millions of people across the globe and threw entire nations into turmoil, worsening extreme poverty, hunger, and other pre-existing crises. More from Johnson. 704 billionaires in the U.S. now own more combined wealth than 165 million people in the bottom half of the country's wealth distribution. And you wonder why we are in the predicament that we are in right now. ADF Executive Director Frank Clemente was quoted as saying, "For billionaires, it's been 2 years of raking in the riches, while for most families, it's been 2 years of fear, frustration, and financial worry." I look at this and I think, what will it take? What will it take for us as a collective to unify? And I thought the labor movement was going to be part of that, but it hasn't turned out to be the case. And I think about this a lot. I think about it almost every single day. Why can't more people see that it is not necessarily a red and blue issue? It is the oligarchs against the working class issue. That is what it has continued to be. That is what it will remain to be until we find some common ground on this, until we organize, until it is community driven, and until we vote in people who will actually serve us instead of the culture wars. The culture wars do not matter in the grand scheme when your Social Security is cut, when your Medicare is cut, when your Medicaid is cut, when you can't afford your rent, when you have to sell off all your assets and downsize your home, when you cannot afford gas, when you cannot afford groceries, as those who run, for example, Kroger and other places, Whole Foods, continue raising the prices of goods that should not be raised. Did anybody see that video from the, Redbook, the Chinese app, where they are showing how much groceries are? You could buy a week's worth of groceries for $100, if that. If that, probably less. Maybe it's about 70. And the produce looks good. Food looks healthy. I don't know. I get frustrated with this stuff. Mainly, here's what I end on. Unity is the key. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.